Paul and Nancy Maly. They are members of St. Elizabeth and Seton Parish. Alec's GPA is 4.2571, and his ACT composite is 33. Congratulations, Alec.
A wise man once told me, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to look around, you might miss it. Well, most of you here may not consider Ferris Bueller to be a very wise person. Over the last 4 years, I found these words to be extremely true. I remember being on my way here for my first day of high school, appropriately listening to 15 by Taylor Swift, and being completely scared to death of what was to come. Looking back now, I definitely had some reasons to be scared, mostly from Mrs. Meeker and Coach Lawler. Also, I never realized I'd be locking myself in this barren, forsaken, and windowless building for 4 years. Eventually, that fear turned into many wonderful memories and lasting relationships. I remember being excited about a lot of things as well. Obviously, high school girls were first on my list. Football was probably second. And lastly, I was finally able to officially associate myself with the Bishop Carroll name. I look back to all the unique, life-changing opportunities I was given here. I will forever be in this school's debt for the impacts it has made on my character, the unforgettable memories it has created for me, and the unbreakable relationships it has helped me develop. This school has made me the man I am. The aspect that makes Bishop Carroll unparalleled to any other school is the ability and power it contains to change those that walk through these halls forever. I never fully understood why this school is so different from any other, until I heard Coach Law once say something that changed my life forever. He said, "Men, you see, we're not out here just to make you better football players. We're out here also to make you better men out there in the world." Those words started a fire within me that every coach, teacher, and leader in the Bishop Carroll community continued to kindle for the next 4 years. You see, every person in this community understands why we are Bishop Carroll and what that entails. I once heard that the goal here is to educate minds for a lifetime and souls for eternity. The beauty of Bishop Carroll is that it can grasp a soul, take it on a journey, and change it forever. Like Father Ben said on Friday, the world needs this next generation to become saints. This school has entrusted us with the talents, with the knowledge, and with the power to become saints. Not for our own benefits, but because the world needs us more than ever. Coach Shuckman was always very proud to point out to us that you can walk around the west side of Wichita and see a number of Bishop Carroll shirts everywhere. While I understand where his pride is coming from, I'm sorry to say that most of the time us sporting Bishop Carroll gear hurt our reputation more than it helped. I'd like to say that Cooper Hoefling and I never tried on a pair of ridiculously tight women's clothing in the middle of Goodwill while wearing our Carroll uniforms, but I can't. I'd like to say that 6 other guys and I never took our shirts off while wearing Carroll stocking caps in front of the California plaque at the World War II Memorial at Washington, D.C., but I can't. I'd like to say that Evan Kohler, Phil Strunk, and I weren't YouTube sensations for dancing around the training room in our football uniforms singing "This Is What Dreams Are Made Of" from the Lizzie McGuire movie, but I can't. I'd like to say that Sam Peck never embarrassed our entire community by coming out of most restaurants with more food on his Carroll shirt than in his stomach, but I can't. These memories will forever be some of my fondness, and I would simply like to apologize that many others had to suffer at our expense. Most of us here like to look back and complain about a lot of different things. How many of Mr. Nielsen's tests we failed, how stupidly hard Mr. Short's class was, how many pages of notes we had to take in Miss Berry's class, how Mrs. Diebenbrock would always tear apart your essay when you thought you had completely nailed it, including my first draft of this speech. Or how Mrs. Ramsey forced us to read all those morbid books where every main character always died at the end. I loved every second of football, but Coach, I have to say, I'm not going to miss a whole lot of Heck Week. Yes, there are a lot of things that we won't be missing next year. But there are so many more things that I will miss more than anything in the world. I'll never forget walking onto that field, arm in arm with my brothers, or even more so, walking off for the last time in November. I'll never forget the sweat, blood, and tears we shed together. I'll never forget that amazing sound when all school mass singing Humble Thyself. I'll never forget the hundreds of friendships I made, the thousands of laughs we shared. The greatest times of my life took place in those classrooms, in those hallways, and on that field. As Father Jared challenged us our first day of school freshman year, we were to leave this school better than we found it. I know we have done that. We have accomplished so much together, and we will continue to do so together. Veni, Vidi, Vici. These words were one of the few things I actually learned in Miss Fox's class, but they perfectly personify us. Class of 2012, we came, we saw, we conquered. Thank you.